A plan for a business event is developed by outlining aims, allocating responsibilities, setting deadlines, and organizing the resources needed to deliver the occasion. A plan for a social enterprise event is developed by identifying a social purpose, engaging stakeholders, assigning tasks, and structuring activities so the event supports its community goals. There are many tools that can be used to plan an event, which are Gantt charts, critical path analysis, and online planning tools. A Gantt chart is a timeline that shows tasks across a schedule and helps plan an event, as it shows when activities should begin and end so the team can keep to deadlines. Critical path analysis is a method that identifies the essential tasks that must be completed on time and helps plan an event, as it highlights task order and reveals where delays could affect the whole schedule. Online planning tools are digital platforms that support communication and organization and help plan an event, as they allow teams to share updates, track progress, and coordinate tasks remotely. There are many factors that should be considered when planning an event, including budgets, resources, and contingency plans. The aims and objectives must be considered when planning an event, as they guide every decision and ensure the event fulfills its intended purpose. The budget must be considered, as it determines what can realistically be achieved and prevents overspending. The different factors within the budget are available finance, expected sales figures, banking, cost of resources, and expenses such as venue, catering, staff, and travel. Available finance must be considered, as it establishes the total amount of money the organizer can use. Expected sales figures must be considered, as they help predict income and shape financial planning. Banking must be considered, as secure methods of handling money reduce financial risk. The cost of resources must be considered, as it affects how funds are allocated and whether the event can operate efficiently. Expenses such as venue, catering, staff, and travel must be considered, as they often make up the largest part of the budget and must be managed carefully. Resources must be considered, as they ensure the event can run smoothly and meet participant needs. The different resources that must be considered are flip charts, Wi-Fi, telephone, display boards, ability to take money, chairs, tables, computer, and smart board. Flip charts must be considered, as they support presenting information clearly. Wi-Fi must be considered, as it enables online access for communication and presentations. The telephone must be considered, as it allows quick contact between team members or suppliers. Display boards must be considered, as they provide space to present information or promotional material. The ability to take money must be considered, as it is essential for ticket sales or on-site purchases. The computer must be considered, as it is needed for digital presentations and administrative tasks. The smart board must be considered, as it enhances interactive presentations for participants. The venue must be considered, as size of room, facilities available, car parking, and access arrangements influence the comfort and convenience of attendees. Size of room must be considered, as it needs to accommodate all participants safely. Facilities available must be considered, as they determine what activities can be delivered. Car parking must be considered, as it affects ease of travel for attendees. Access arrangements must be considered, as they ensure the venue is usable for all visitors, including those with mobility needs. Catering must be considered, as special consideration of dietary needs ensures all attendees can eat safely and comfortably. An event organizer must have special consideration for dietary needs, as failing to do so can exclude attendees or put them at risk. The legal constraints must be considered, as they ensure the event complies with the law and protects the organizer from liability. The legal constraints that an event organizer may face are contracts, health and safety risk assessment, and negligence liability. Contracts must be considered, as they create binding agreements with suppliers and prevent disputes. Health and safety risk assessment must be considered, as it identifies hazards and helps keep everyone safe. Negligence liability must be considered, as organizers must take reasonable care to avoid causing harm. The team must be considered, as allocation of tasks and planning meetings ensure the event is organized effectively. Allocation of tasks must be considered, as it ensures everyone knows their responsibilities and work is completed on time. Planning meetings must be considered, as they allow the team to coordinate progress and resolve issues. Insurance must be considered, as it provides financial protection if something goes wrong. Public liability is protection against claims made by members of the public and must be considered, as it covers injuries or damage that occur during the event. The method of communication must be considered, as it affects how information is shared and how well stakeholders remain informed. Promotion must be considered as it advertises the event and encourages people to attend. Letters must be considered as they provide formal written communication with stakeholders. Invitations must be considered as they inform guests of the event details and encourage attendance. Contingency plans must be considered as they prepare the organizer for unexpected problems and allow the event to continue smoothly. The contingency plans that a business or social enterprise event may have are alternative venues, backup resources, cover for absent staff, and emergency procedures. Thank you for watching this video on developing a plan for a business or social enterprise event. I'll see you in the next one.